Hey guys, well today I'm going to do another ranking video and it's going to be my powders today. So I'm going to do loose setting powders and I'm going to do pressed powders as well. So I'm going to kind of group them all, not all together, but I'm going to do my pressed powders and then I'm going to do my loose setting powders. So I'm going to try to do it as quickly as I can so that I don't talk a whole lot. We'll see how that goes. In one of my last ranking videos, I think it might have been my concealers, I'm not 100% sure. But someone had asked me if, somebody had asked how my husband, felt about my makeup collection, because it is, for the normal person, it's pretty expensive. I'm not a, YouTuber beauty person, or anything like that. Like I purchase everything myself. So, it is extensive for the normal person to have this much makeup, So, I asked Wes how he felt about it and I got his response. And so I'm going to let him tell you how he feels in his own words. I didn't coach him. I didn't tell him what to say. I let him speak from his heart. He was a little nervous, so give him a break. He doesn't do videos all the time like me. And I still get tongue-tied and messed up all the time. But, yeah, just listen to his words. So I had a question about how Wes feels about my makeup collection. So I've not coached him in any answers, have I?
You haven't.
No.
She's not, guys.
I told him I wouldn't. So he's going to tell you, how do you feel about my makeup collection?
How do I feel?
Yeah, my big, extensive makeup collection that's taken over.
It's amazing. It's really amazing. When we first started dating and stuff, I was like, wow, you got a lot of makeup and stuff. I mean, I didn't know much. I mean, obviously I don't do makeup and stuff. I was like, that's a lot. But as we started dating and stuff through the years and stuff, all that, and she started doing these videos, she's just...
I didn't really start growing my collection until after we got married.
That's true. That's true.
You didn't realize that, did you?
I didn't realize that. I guess I didn't. I gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous here, but at the bottom line is she loves it. I like seeing her being passionate about it and stuff, and she's I'm not saying this just because I'm her husband, but you are the best at it. She asked me to get was it lipstick last night, and I was like, I don't even know where to begin looking.
He brought me a mascara.
I brought her mascara, guys.
You don't even know what mascara is, do you?
I've heard of it, but
So do you have a problem with me spending money on makeup?
No, I never have.
When I get a lot of packages at the house, do you get upset?
Mm-mm.
He never once has. He's always brought my packages in and never said a word.
Yeah, as God is our witness, I've never said one thing. She is with makeup the way I am with Tennessee stuff.
He's a Tennessee football fan, for better or worse.
So I have to, so I spend money like crazy on Tennessee stuff. So
not as much as I do makeup,
but the bottom line is, I love it when she does makeup videos and stuff. And makeup, she said makeup's always been a passion of hers, and and I love seeing her do it because it gives her, it's very therapeutic. That's
I was thinking about Barney Fife, weren't you?
Yeah, I was like, which one is it? But the bottom line is,
you said the bottom line a few times. I just enjoy makeup, and you don't have a problem with it, right?
That's the bottom line. I don't have a problem with it.
I'm not putting words in his mouth. He's just having trouble finding his words. He really has never had an issue. He's never had a problem. He's never once complained. Even when I've asked him, do you care that I spend money? He's like, no, I don't care.
Go ahead. Do what makes you happy, and that's what makes you happy. And in this crazy time we're living in stuff, you got to find something that gives you a peace. And I don't know what I'm trying to find, a sense of normalcy. Mm-hmm. and for her, that's how she does makeup and stuff. That's how she deals with a lot of stuff. It makes her feel better. And plus I don't know if I mentioned, she's very, very good at it.
So there you have your answer, how he feels about my makeup collection, because, you know, some husbands probably would be upset with all the packages, especially as many as I get, because you guys know how many I get, but he's very understanding, aren't you?
I am.
He really is. He's the best. I couldn't ask for better. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
So there you have it. He doesn't have a problem. He truly has never once complained about anything. He will bring my packages in from outside and never complain, ever. Yes, I know it's excessive, and it's just what I choose to spend my time, energy, money, all that good stuff on, and that's a choice I've made. So I used to apologize a lot for it, but here I thought it's my money, so I'll do, you know, I'll spend it how I want, because everybody else does. They spend their money how they want, so this is just a way for me to spend my money. So moving on, I won't spend a whole lot of time on that, but you saw his reaction there. So I'm going to do my pressed powders, and then I'm going to move into my loose setting powders, so because I don't have very many pressed powders. Okay, this is one that I just don't use a whole lot, and it's more of like a collector's thing than anything. So this is my I Love Lucy Lucy's face powder from Besame. I don't know if you can see on there. You can probably see everything in front of me. But this is the face powder that came in that. I have used it, so you can actually see on there how I've used it. And it came with a little powder puff in there. I've used it and it's great. I just don't reach for it because it is such a collector's item. So it's not one, it's not that it's bad, it's just I don't use it enough to really rank it any higher. So I like it and it's in my collection for a reason, but it's just not one that I go for all that often. Next is my Wet n Wild pressed powder, my Photo Focus pressed powder. So here it is. And you can see how much I like this because I hit pan on it. It was more like a dome shape in there, and now, you know, I really went in on that one, but I really like this a whole lot. It really makes your whole face look good. I really like to go in my T-zone with this, just to kind of smooth and blur everything with this, and it's a really good one, and I don't have anything negative to say about it. It's just one I don't reach for as much as these others. So none of these are really negative, it's just what I reach for the most. So this is just a little less on the list. Next I have the Rimmel Stay Matte. I love this. I did hit pan on this one as well. I did have some hard pan in here, and I don't know exactly when that happened or how that happened. I can just like scrape it off actually, and it'll go away. But there's a very clean scent to this powder, and I really like that. But I have used this time and time again. I love it to just mattify the face. It's so great. I love this powder. It's really good. I've used it quite a bit here lately, and it's just one of my faves, my good faithfuls that will always be in my collection. And then I have the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop mattifying powder. This is a little bit newer to my collection, so I have used it a little bit. You can kind of see in there, and I do like this. I really do. It mattifies. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. I love the Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. The concealer is not my favorite, but it's not bad, so I still like it. This is the shade Light, by the way. I like this quite a bit, and I will use it again in my T-zone to kind of mattify. And this is a really great powder, so if you're thinking about checking it out, I highly suggest this one. I didn't really know where to put this, if I should use it as a highlight, if I should use it as pressed powder, so I'm just going to do pressed powder because I set my under eyes with this. This is basically what I use this for. So this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer. They name it a bronzer, but it's not a bronzer. It's in Reserve Your Cabana, and so here's what it looks like on the inside. I've hit pan on this one too, and it's really great for setting your under eyes, that brightening effect. I love this. So yeah, that's not a bronzer shade for anybody unless I don't know, but it's really great for brightening those under eyes and just really bringing that look back to your face. It's a really great dupe for an Hourglass like ambient lighting powder. I have a dupes video with that in it, so I think it's really great for that. But I still have just a couple more that I like just a little bit better. Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately, this is my number 2 pressed powder because it's so expensive. But this is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish I hit pan on this one too. Oh, Charlotte, why do you have to be so expensive? I love this powder. It is so good. It is so smoothing, airbrushed. It's great for touching up. I love this powder. I love the compact. It's so cute. It's just really, really great. And I kept telling myself I'm going to, and I just haven't yet. I need to try the number 7 powder that is a dupe for this, and just see what I think about it, because I'm probably not, I want to, but I'm probably not going to replace this right away when I do finish it, because I just have so much. But I do love this. It's really great, and I'm so glad that I finally tried it. I heard so many great things about it. When I first got it, I was like, it's okay, but then I used it some more. That's why my first impressions aren't always like the lasting impression for me. I really, really love this, and I think it's really great. And my number 1 pressed powder that I reach for more than anything, and you all probably have seen this in a few videos, believe it or not, it's the Jaclyn face palette. I love these face powders. So there's 4 in 1 here. You have the shades Peach, Almond, White, Banana, and Caramel, and they're all 4 in here. I love this palette. I mix all these. That's how I've been using it, and you don't have to do that. You can definitely, there's a nice size mirror in here too. You definitely don't have to mix. You can definitely use whatever you want to use out of the palette. I first thought that this was going to be the shade I would use the most, but then I ended up mixing, and I really like the mixture, so that's how I've been doing it. But I mean, yeah, like I'm really making a dent into it, so it's my favorite. I use it just, I mean, basically every time I do my makeup. I use it just to kind of brighten up under the eyes and just, you know, give that like lifted look, because my under eyes are a huge thing for me. If you've ever watched any of my videos, you would know that. They mean a lot, you know, to make them look a little bit younger, and this to me makes them look a little bit younger. So I like the packaging. It's nice and weighted, and it's great. It's really, really great. So definitely will repurchase this. When I run out, I'll definitely repurchase. So that's all my pressed powders. So we'll move on to my loose setting powders. So we go from a high of Jaclyn to a low of Jaclyn. I don't like this. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Under Eye Powder. It's the Brightening Banana. I used this one time. I used it once. You can see in there. And I just wasn't impressed. It kind of made my under eyes look cakey, and I didn't like it. So ever since, I might have used it twice. I'm not 100% sure. I may have used it twice. But ever since then, I put it in its box, and it has sat in its box since then. So there's no returns. You can't return. So I'm just stuck with it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but maybe one day, like I said, first impressions are not always lasting impressions. So maybe I need to pull it out and try it again. But I have so many other good powders I love. I'm just not going to do that right now. I have too many good ones. I got this in a little set that had a few things from Marc Jacobs, and it was at Marshall's. And so this is the Marc Jacobs Finish Line Perfecting Coconut Setting Powder. So I like it. It's not very mattifying. The net in there is a little bit weird for me. Like, you have to press on the net. The packaging, I have a little friend. But the packaging does keep it in there, which is really nice. But it's just I'm not crazy about the packaging, and it's not very mattifying. And that's usually why I'm using a setting powder, is to mattify. So I don't reach for it all that often. It's not horrible by any means. It's just not my favorite. So it's in my collection, and I haven't got rid of it yet. So I might use it at some point. This is the shade 34 Invisible. I don't know if there's other shades, but this is, I'm assuming, translucent. This I picked up on a whim, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not. I just wanted to do a full face of new drugstore makeup, and this is Hard Candy Translucent Sheer Envy Loose Powder. And what really drew me in is the Shine Free here, because Shine Free is what I am looking for in a setting powder. So when I opened it up, it was very white. Oh, it's poured out a lot in here. Ooh, and it goes everywhere. It's making a mess here. I had one that was like really making a mess and I couldn't figure out which one it was. This is it. So the packaging is not great on it. It does look really good though in the videos that I've used it in. I really actually do like the look of it. It's not a horrible setting powder by any means. It's not my thing to go and grab like first thing, you know, like I have others that I like better. So this is not horrible. I like it. It's just not my favorite. Then I got this in a BoxyCharm and I was actually really glad to get it because I'd actually been thinking about purchasing this. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. This is the translucent shade. So I love this setting powder, but not as much as I love another Too Faced powder that we'll get to. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I've used it quite a few times. It's just not one that I gravitate toward as much as some of the other ones. And I have powder everywhere. I'm sure you guys are seeing this. But it's great. It's just not my favorite. That's the only thing. Most of my setting powders I have in my collection for a reason. Like I love them and I keep them around for a reason. And I actually rotate through setting powder pretty good actually because I go through it so quickly. So most of these I have for a specific purpose and like I use them and all that. The only one that I just absolutely do not like is the Jaclyn one. The loose setting powder. So the under eye setting powder I should say. So maybe I just need to work on using that one, but this one's good, just not my favorite. This one is the Photo Ready Candid. It has a nice little light peach color to it. This is the 001 shade. I don't know if there's other shades. I just picked this one up not knowing, but it has like a nice little, it's a light peach, like, you know, just a little bit of color to it. Nothing crazy or anything. It's very nice. I love how it sets the face. I love how smoothing it is. This is a really great drugstore powder. I really like it. So if you're looking for a drugstore powder, I highly recommend this one as well. I don't know, I didn't see it at Walmart the last time I was there because I did look actually. No, CVS. I didn't see it at CVS, but my CVS never has anything, so can't base that off of it. So just check around for it if you want to try it. I am like I mean, like that's straight across there. So I'm a good 2/3 done with this one. It's great. I like it. Definitely recommend. Then I have an oldie but a goodie, the Maybelline Fit Me. I use the shade Fair, and the reason I do Fair, obviously I don't have a fair complexion, I have a light complexion, but I do this for brightening, of course, because most of the time it's under my eyes. I use it, T-zone, I'm brightening, all that good stuff. So this one is almost out completely, has a very nice little packaging here. This is a good one. It's a very affordable one. This one is really good for the drugstore. Like I highly recommend this one for sure. It is one of the better ones at the drugstore in my opinion. So there are very few at the drugstore that I've actually fallen head over heels in love with, but this is definitely one of them. So I highly recommend this one. Next I have a little sample size, or not sample, I guess travel, I don't know. This is the one size powder. I don't know what they call it. It doesn't say on the bottom, but it's in translucent. The only thing I have to say about this is like, I don't know if you can tell in there, but it's like little, like it's not finely milled. Like it comes out in little chunks. Have you ever had Dippin' Dots? If you've ever had Dippin' Dots, this actually comes out looking like Dippin' Dots to me. And so at first I was very apprehensive to use this. I was like, I don't know about this. I'm not quite sure. I used it though, and I really do like it. There's really nothing wrong with it. Oh, here we go. One size ultimate setting powder. That's all it says. But this is a really, it's great. It blurs, it smooths, all that great stuff. but the look of it in the beginning when I first poured it out, I was like, I don't know about this. So that's one thing I had to get over, but it didn't look splotchy on my skin or anything like that. Like, it looked really, really good. So I do like this quite a bit. Definitely, I mean, I think it's a good one. So if you want to try it, I do suggest it. But there are also good alternatives at the drugstore too. So this is not one I say go run out and buy right now. Next is my e.l.f. Halo Glow. You guys know I love e.l.f. Halo Glow. I love e.l.f. Halo Glow so much. I've never had a bad makeup day. I don't know if you can even see in there. I've never really had a bad makeup day with e.l.f. Halo Glow. I really haven't. Like, if I'm having a weird looking foundation, I put this on and it's like it just kind of makes it look good. I don't have to work hard for it. So this is a really good powder. I've been working my way through it for a little bit, but it's like down to here. So I'm like 2/3 of the way through with this one too. But it's really good. I don't use it all the time because it's not super mattifying, but it does definitely like smooth imperfections and all that good stuff. So definitely recommend this one from the drugstore. Then another OG, one I've really worked my way through because this one's almost completely out. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. I love this powder. It's so good. It's so smoothing. It's so blurring. My only complaint about this powder is I feel like when I put it on my skin and set my face, it like just slightly will make the product, like my foundation or whatever, just a tiny bit darker. So if I'm wanting to brighten, this is not the powder I'm going to brighten with. I will need to go over it with like Jaclyn or something like that, you know, to brighten it. And the face palette, by the way, Jaclyn's face palette. So this is a really great one. You get a huge container. You get 20 grams in here. This is a huge thing. Like, here's this e.l.f. Halo Glow, and then you get the Wet n Wild, which is, you know, much bigger. In e.l.f. Halo Glow, it doesn't even have a size. Like, the Revlon Candid is 15 grams, so you get 20 in here. You get 5 more grams. This one says 20 grams, and that one's 20 grams, but they look, well, I guess they look a little bit more. I don't know. But this one just seems like you get a lot of product. And then I didn't like this one at first either, and then I started using it and loved it. And they actually, I'm almost completely out of this one. Like, I am down. I mean, like, I barely have any left at the bottom. I don't know if you can really see, but it's like super low. They have new packaging on this. So this is the Hailey's Beauty Retouch Perfecting Powder. I love this powder. It looks so amazing on the skin, and I think it's actually in white packaging now. This is a good powder. This is a really good powder. So I want to replace this at some point in the future, but absolutely, hands down, would recommend this one. And I think you can get this at Target. I heard that. I've not seen it at a Target I've been at, but I don't look super hard either. So that doesn't mean that it's not there. But definitely check it out. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. In the beginning, I didn't like it. I don't know why. I don't remember exactly why I didn't like it, but I just remember having a change of heart. So I really love this. Moving into like my top 5 here. These are my top 5. So rounding out, whoa. Are you kidding me? This is my e.l.f. matte setting powder, and I hadn't realized, I just repurchased one not long ago. Like, it hasn't been very long at all. And this is how much I have left. Yeah, like, I've really used that. I didn't realize how much I'd used. So, I really like this powder. It's wonderful. It's very mattifying, just like it says. I think it's a great dupe for, not that I think, because I don't have it. I can't say that I think, but I have heard that it is a great dupe for the Laura Mercier powder. But it's very mattifying. I love this powder. Whenever I put it on, I took this to the beach with me, and so I use this every time I put my makeup on, knowing that I didn't have to worry about my oils coming through. Like, this was going to take care of it. And so I love this powder. Highly recommend. This is my top Yes, my top drugstore powder. The rest are high-end. So I'm a little bougie when it comes to setting powder. But I love this. And it's so good. And I could use just this and be fine. But these other powders are good too. So I have to mention them. But this is really, really good. And I went through it quite a bit since getting it back. So yeah, definitely love this. This, I love. Kimchi Puff Puff Pass. This I tried because Allie... Honestly, I don't remember who was talking about this. I started to say I thought somebody was talking about it, but I think I'm wrong. But I was trying this because I just was so excited for it. I just thought it sounded amazing because it's a set and bake, but it was very mattifying is what I'd heard about it. And so I tried it and loved it. It has a lot of product in here. You get 24 grams of product in here. So it's saying you have even more product in here than you get in the Wet n Wild. But you truly, I mean, like, this is not a super expensive powder. I'm not 100% sure on exactly how much this is, but I'm thinking it's about $18 to $20. I'm not 100% sure. But for as much as you get and as good as it is, I think it's totally worth it. I'm about halfway through this one. This is my second one I've ever had. I've worked my way through one completely, and I really, really love this. So truly, truly highly recommend this one. Couldn't say enough great things about it. This is one I almost put in my top spot. I really did, but I just have some OG favorites, so I couldn't dethrone them for this one. However, it could in the future become my top. This is my Nikia Joy Velvet Finish Powder. I love this powder. It's so, so good. It is completely... It has like a little bit of a tint to it. It smells really good too. So good. It smells like candy. I love this powder. I've been saving it because I don't want to go through it too fast because it's that good, but it's so blurring and so smoothing, and I absolutely love this. It's so, I can't recommend this enough. It's so good. It's very expensive, I think, but it's, in my opinion, I think it's worth it. But I'm saving it so that I don't go through it super, super fast. But then again, it's like, why save it when you, yeah, I don't know. My head just thinks weird. But I love this powder. I think it's really great and truly a very, very top contender. So these last two, I fought with trying to decide which am I going to put in first place, because I love them both. I love them both so much, but there's one I think that has kind of pushed the one I said was my all-time favorite out of the way. I'll just go ahead and talk about it. But this is the Peach Perfect Translucent Peach Whisper. You can't get this anymore. It's gone. It's gone. I have just a little bit left in this one, just a tiny, tiny bit. And then I have a little travel size, a tiny travel size, and then I have another one this big, and then I'm done. Like, I don't get this anymore. But there is 35 grams of product in here. So it's a huge, huge thing. It smells like peaches, which smells amazing. I love it. It blurs, it mattifies. Like, it is the best setting powder ever, but you can't get it anymore. So that's why I kind of had to knock it down just a little bit. It is completely gone. Like, it's so sad that it's gone. I'm truly heartbroken that I can't get this anymore. And I wanted to put it at number one, but there's one that kind of really stole my heart. So this is really, really good. I highly recommend, but it's not available anymore unless you buy it like from somebody who's bought it and like it's marked it up like super, super expensive. So yeah, I'm really sad. So my number one powder, can anybody guess what it is? I have to clean her up a little bit. I used her today. I'm using this today. This is what's on my face. This is what I'm wearing at the moment. This is my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. I have the shade Pound Cake, so it is a lighter shade. I am close to being done with this. I mean, like, super close. I'm so sad about that. because I love this powder. I need to get a new one, but at some point I will. I just have all these other powders to work my way through, so you know. This is another one I kind of save for like special occasions, and for whatever reason today I was like, I'm wearing my Huda powder. I don't care. I'm wearing it. But yeah, I do try to save it just because it's really good. I have a tiny one that I got as like a sample or something from another order, but it's so good. And I know I'm just trying to like really use my products instead of buying others. Like I keep telling myself in my brain, I go on there to like make a purchase and I'm like, no, you have other stuff, don't do it. So I keep constantly telling myself no. But I love the Huda Beauty powder. A lot of people don't like this because of the scent. I think I mentioned it, but this peach powder smells like peaches, but you can't get it, so it doesn't really matter. This one, it has like a rose floral scent, and I really hesitated on that for a long time because scents really do, like, they bother me. I can't do scents. But this I love the smell of it. Yes, it's strong. I'm not gonna say it's like super strong. It's there, you can smell it, there's no denying it. But it's not like, oh my gosh, it's all I smell all day. Like, it dissipates. It doesn't stay all day. But I love it. The way it makes my skin look, I'm totally okay with it. So, definitely happy to have this and can't say enough good things about it. It's truly that good. There are all my setting powders ranked. So, we're making our way through. So, I'm thinking next we'll go to bronzers. I think, yeah. I have quite a few bronzers. I'm into bronzers. I may, because of my love for creams, have to split it up from cream bronzers and powder bronzers, but I don't know. I'll look and see how many I have. I may not have to. I may not have as many as I think I do. I've really gotten into cream bronzer a lot. Today I'm wearing the Jaclyn cream bronzer. It's so good. Yeah, it's just really good. I don't know what else to say. It's just really good. But there's so many good makeup products in my collection, and like I'll say, this is my favorite. No, this is my favorite. I'm so loyal to so many things. Like, I just can't just say one. That's why I have so many, is because I just can't settle on one. So I hope you enjoyed this ranking of all of my setting powders. I did my pressed powders, and then I did my loose powders, so I hope that was a little bit more fair. I think it was fair to do it that way, because I see them as two separate categories in my way of thinking, but some people don't. So I thought one video, but two little separate rankings maybe. So I love them. I use them. They're great. There's nothing in here that I can absolutely say do not buy except for the Jaclyn under eye, and let me try that a little bit longer and I may recommend it. Who knows? I don't know. But my first initial impressions were not good. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my little cameo for my husband. He was super nervous. He was so nervous. But I told him it's fine. It's totally cool. Don't worry. I'll edit this if I have to. It's fine, don't worry about it. But that's the beauty of doing a video. Sometimes when I'm on a live for my boutique, this is from my boutique, by the way, when I'm on a live, I'll forget that I'm on a live and I'll think I'm recording, and I'm like, oh, I can edit this, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm live. So I do have to remind myself that I'm live a lot of the times. So it's crazy. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite setting powders are. I may need to try them. Who knows? And I'm excited to move on to bronzers. That's one of my favorite categories of makeup, which I say that about everything. I say it about everything. So bronzers is going to be hard because I love them all so much. They're all my babies. So it's going to be a hard category, but we'll move on. So tell me what your favorite setting powder is, pressed, loose, whatever you prefer. Just let me know what it is. I might need to try it sometime. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.